There was a period during the late 80s and early 90s where toy companies felt obligated to dip their toes into the ever-growing video game market. It was this lust for cash that brought us titles like Time Lord. Now, I'm not saying there's anything wrong or surprising about toy companies wanting to make video games, but I am saying no good has ever come from it. In 1989 and 1990, Milton Bradley, yes, the same Milton Bradley that brought you these fine toys, thought to expand its toy empire into the ever-popular world of video games. Many toy companies were jumping onto this bandwagon, and they all essentially achieved the same results: lamentable, subpar, forgettable games that were difficult to play for more than a few minutes. Examples include the infamous and now defunct company LJN that dropped turds like Back to the Future and The Karate Kid onto the market. In my opinion, Milton Bradley never had any business making video games and thankfully stopped trying altogether after 1990. But before they threw in the towel, Time Lord was released for the NES. In my opinion, Time Lord is a sloppy and confusing game. I actually had this game laying around when I was like 11, and I thought the same thing then. Now that I'm playing as an adult, I can confirm, Time Lord is a sloppy and confusing game. First of all, Time Lord utilizes what was called oblique graphics. This is essentially where the graphics are 2D but simulate a 3D perspective by allowing you to travel forward and back. This on its own isn't a problem, but this style was poorly executed in Time Lord. It's a constant struggle trying to tell if you're aligned with objects or enemies. Time Lord's official genre would be an action platformer, but I would argue at times it acts as a hack and slash and other times even a shoot 'em up. There's also a puzzle element to the game in the form of these orbs that you must collect in each stage in order to activate your time machine to take you to the next stage. These orbs have set locations that they can spawn in, but that order is mixed up in each playthrough, which is admittedly kind of neat. Time Lord feels like maybe it was somebody's vision, or somebody's passion project. This game looks and feels like it could be based on a movie, but it's not. I'll explain the plot as well as I understand it. Welcome to the Milton Bradley Time Travel Research Center. It's January 1st, 2999, and Earth is under attack by the technologically advanced Draken race. The Drakens are equipped with a top-notch time machine and a not-so-airtight plan to conquer the world. The Drakens' plan for world domination somehow involves them disrupting historical events on our timeline. You are the only person who can save Earth, known only as Time Lord. You're tasked with visiting 4 unrelated historic timepieces, collecting its treasures, and defeating a draconian boss in that era. One problem though, your janky Milton Bradley brand time machine is no match for the Draken's time machine and will self-destruct in 1 year with you inside of it, ending the game. I always have and still hate time limits in games. I don't want to feel rushed when I'm playing a video game. I'm here to relax. Time Lord took time limits to the extreme. Each day in Time Lord only amounts to a few seconds, meaning you only have around 25 real-world minutes to finish the entire game, or you'll have to start all over again. If your clock reaches the year 3000, the space-time continuum rips apart, sucking the Time Lord inside. The glitchy vaporwave animation for this game over is actually pretty sweet though. It could be argued, however, that this is one of the game's unique mechanics. It is a time-based game after all. The game also has a totally unnecessary arcade element to it, with these point packages littered around and even a high score page. Time Lord is not a game that needed to have a score of any kind at all. Being able to advance at all is reward enough. This game has made me grumpy. I need to say something nice about this game. Time Lord at least manages to keep things visually fresh throughout the game. The first stage is hardly a stage at all and serves as more of a tutorial. All you do is battle hoverbots that to me look more like those Uncrustable sandwiches, you know, the ones with a little crust cut off, than true robots. So we're not going to count this as an actual stage in the game. The first real stage is 1250 AD Castle Times, a tried and true time-traveling plot favorite. The stage after that is gunslinging 1860s American West and has the longest boss battle possibly in video game history. Seriously, this gunfight can take over 2 months of in-game time, and it's so nonsensical. Next, for some reason, is a pirate ship on the Caribbean in 1650, which holds my favorite boss, the Giant Clam. And lastly, Nazi-occupied France, 1943. It's been proven impossible for a time-traveling themed piece of media to not feature Nazis or Hitler or World War II in some way. I swear, it's like an obsession. If you actually somehow manage to make it to this point, all that's left to do is travel back to the base, the Milton Bradley Time Travel Center, and kill the Draken Lord himself. Give yourself a quick pat on the back because the game doesn't. The end screen is pretty anticlimactic. It's time for me to decide where Time Lord is going to rank on my list of greatest games for the NES, somewhere between 1 and 715. Do you want to know how I feel about this game? I'm baffled. I honestly can't tell if somebody was trying to make a good game here or not. Neither option would surprise me. I got unreasonably frustrated trying to play this game for this review. I almost dropped the episode because I constantly was left stumped on what to do, and oftentimes while being eaten by dogs. The puzzles in this game have very little, if any, rhyme or reason to them, and it can be very difficult and unintuitive figuring out the bizarre actions you're supposed to be taking. How was I supposed to know I could just ninja kick off this one single wall? I never want to look at this game again, and I don't want to be reminded of this ordeal for a good long time. So for this reason, I'm going to rank Time Lord as number 230 on my list of greatest games for the NES. I think that this is fair. Are there any of you out there who hate what I'm saying? Do any of you have love for this game? Let me know in the comments below. I'll leave the opportunity open, but I doubt anybody is going to claim Time Lord is a great game. In my opinion, I consider it downright forgettable. To me, Time Lord feels like an ambitious failure, too many crappy ideas rolled into one. This opinion may seem harsh, but I played a lot of great games for the NES, and I have hundreds left to review. After the way Time Lord has treated me, I just don't have any more time to spend on it. Thank you for indulging my haphazard NES side project. Click here to watch the newest episode of my main show, Two Guys Decide, or click here to just watch a whole season of it. Or click here to subscribe.